Hey crypto friends, for those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Garrett and welcome to Altcoin Radar. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys 5 different altcoins in Cardano's ecosystem that could literally explode to 50x levels or more in a potential bull market, alright? And for those of you who are new to the channel, if you're interested in trading and would like to try the same exchange that I use, feel free to go ahead and try the MEXC crypto exchange. You can find a link to it in the description below this video. I personally love this exchange because, one, they do not deal with all the BS drama that all the big mainstream exchanges deal with on a regular basis, like Binance and Coinbase and Kraken and FTX and, well, what was FTX anyway. In addition to that, they have over 1,500 different altcoins for you to buy. And hey, if you're an altcoin nerd like me and you love buying small cap altcoins before a bull market, then you can find all of those altcoins in this exchange. In addition to that, they also allow you to trade futures as well, which is very nice because I'm a huge futures trader and it's been awesome. So I've been using this exchange for the last 3 years and it has been great for me. So we're going to be talking all about Cardano's ecosystem today, specifically 5 different coins that I personally think will be able to do an easy 50x in the next, or in a potential bull run. Okay. Now here's the thing. All right. Cardano's ecosystem is literally it's nowhere near as big as Solana's ecosystem, as you can clearly see here. Solana's ecosystem has market caps of roughly $77 billion, whereas Cardano only has roughly almost about 15 billion at the time of me filming this video right now. All right, but that does not mean that it won't take off in the future. And since we can't see the future, we can the only thing we can do right now is speculate based on overall sentiment, of the Cardano ecosystem, which tends to grow little by little each and every single year, which is very nice. I mean, think about this, you guys. All right, Cardano's currently at a $14.9 billion market cap. All right, Polygon sits at 24.8 billion. Every single one of these market caps grows like crazy in every single bull market that we hit. All right, and Cardano is again one of those ones where it's very small right now, but it grows more and more every single bull market. So this is awesome. All right, so with all of that said, all right, well, first I also want to show you this too. As we can clearly see here, this right now is currently the ecosystem map for Cardano, all right? Cardano has a lot of very solid projects, all right? As you guys can clearly see, they've got all kinds of utility projects already. If I scroll down here, you can clearly see how many there really are. There's a lot of talk out there of people saying, oh, Cardano doesn't really have much built on it. Bullshit. As you guys can clearly see, there is a lot of projects built on Cardano already, or projects that are powered by Cardano, which is very nice to see, all right? These are just utility projects here, all right? Now, when we go over to NFT projects, I'm not very much of a big NFT type person. I have nothing against them. It's just not for me. But realistically, if you're into NFTs, their NFT stuff has been growing like crazy as well. They've got all kinds of marketplaces, different tools, games, 3D art, and all kinds of different pixel art and overall Cardano NFT projects that have just been growing like crazy. And here's the thing: not a lot of people really talk about them whatsoever. They've been on the back burner and nobody really notices them, but that's okay because it's only a matter of time before they take off in the long run. All right, so I'm going to be showing you 5 of these coins that I personally think will be able to 50x at some point in time here. All right, these are all built on Cardano, so let's check this out. All right, so with all of that said, the very first Cardano ecosystem token that I've got for you guys is going to be, let's check it out, it's going to be World Mobile Token. All right, so World Mobile Token, it's basically a network that uses pretty much a dynamic network model that pretty much, is used to connect the unconnected and provide more efficient connectivity to those who are already connected across the world as well, all right? To put a baseline on it, that's pretty much the basics of it, all right? I could go into detail and tell you a lot more about the project, but this video isn't about the projects themselves. It's more about the price potential of them. So I don't want to go too far in depth on them. All right, so as far as overall price potential is concerned on this, to see if it could potentially do a 50x, all of these coins I personally believe can reach market caps in the long-term future, especially in future bull markets, of at least $5 billion in the long term. All right, again, we're talking about long term here, you guys. We're not talking about tomorrow. We're not talking about 3 months from now. Okay, we are talking long term. All right, I'm a long term investor, so that's why I base all of my stuff I do based on long term long-term predictions. All right, so let's check this out. All right, we've got a 17-cent coin right now. So we'll take 17 cents and we'll go ahead and multiply that by 50. All right, we go ahead and multiply that by 50, we would have an $8.50 coin. All right, if we go ahead and multiply that by circulating supply. Now, obviously, when this happens, you guys, the circulating supply is not going to be where it's at right now. We don't know where it's going to be at because we're not magicians. We can't see the future. So just to be on the conservative side of things, I'm going to choose a number that's, seems somewhat reasonable, okay, which would be roughly about, I'm going to go ahead and choose 400 million, all right? So we'll go ahead and multiply this by 400 million and see what we get. So we get a market cap of roughly $3.4 billion, which is still way below my prediction level of it reaching a potential, market cap of $5 billion in the long term. So realistically, if this one did a 50x, it would definitely be under that $5 billion mark. So that's why I personally think World Mobile Token is an easy 50x for the long term, all right? All right, so that is Mobile World Token, all right? So the next one that I've got for you guys, the next Cardano ecosystem token that I've got for you guys on this list is going to be Cube Coin, all right? Now, here's the thing, all right? Cube Coin, Cube Coin, it's pretty much a token that was built for the sole purpose of pretty much basically, if I were to put it into the most basic words I can think of is it pretty much has a sole purpose of streamlining digital payments and also has a pretty robust Cube Pay feature as well. And they also have a thriving ecosystem of various other internal projects being built also. Now, as you guys can clearly see, this one, there's a lot of people who have this coin on their watch list. This is a very, very, very popular project, and it is growing in popularity as we speak right now, okay? So as far as potential price potential goes here, as you guys can see here, its market cap is very, very, very low right now. Could you imagine if this thing reached a $5 billion market cap in the long term here? That would be absolutely crazy, you guys, okay? So let's check this out. If this thing were to do 50x, we're at, let's see, we're just going to round this off to just 1 cent right now, just 1 penny, all right, just to make things simple. So we'll go 0.01 and multiply by 50. Obviously, we know what that is. That's 50 cents, all right? So we take 50 cents and we will multiply it by a, again, with the circulating supply thing. We don't know what it's going to be in the future. We are going to multiply based on, a future potential number where it could be at. So for the sake of this video, I'm going to use, instead of 145 million, I'm going to use 200 million, okay? Just to be on the conservative safe side. So we will multiply this by 200 million, and look at this. We are only at a market cap of roughly $100 million, you guys. This coin is one of those coins that can do way, way more than a 50x in the long term, all right? So again, another one with very, very solid price potential, okay? So next up, so we'll get rid of that. So the next coin that I'm going to show you guys is going to be Giro Wallet, all right? Now, here's the thing about Giro Wallet, all right? You can't exactly go wrong. You really can't go wrong with a solid non-custodial DeFi wallet. You really can't. Everybody needs one, especially during times like this when we've got centralized exchanges that are going under. So overall here, Giro Wallet has one extremely attractive user interface and a super easy to use user experience as well. Overall, it packs a punch with interchain and cross-chain swaps as well. So realistically here, Giro Wallet is a pretty darn good, nice wallet to use. Now they really haven't picked up very much steam from the public as far as overall growth is concerned. But realistically, if the Cardano ecosystem takes off in the long term, like for instance the Solana ecosystem did, people are going to be able to start using this wallet, and people will start using this wallet much more often. Okay, so let's check out price potential on this one. This one has an even more higher price potential. As you can see, it's only got a market cap of $190,000 right now, okay? So realistically, I shouldn't even have to do the math on this one. You guys should already know that this one has, just by looking at it, you guys should already know that this one has a damn good chance at doing, 50x realistically. So let's check this out, 0.002. We'll multiply this by 50, and we get pretty much a 10-cent coin. Now we will go ahead and multiply this by, just for shits and giggles here, you guys, I'm just going to multiply this by its max supply, okay? Just because we're already at a super low market cap. So imagine if, its full max supply was in circulation. Let's check this out real quick. So multiply this by its max supply of 500 million, and we get a market cap of roughly only $50 million, you guys, which is way underneath that $5 billion potential market cap point in the long-term future here, okay? This coin is another one that has very good chances of, doing 50x in the long term, potentially even more if it picks up, a lot of steam, all right? So that is Giro Wallet. So next up, the next one I've got for you guys is going to be Meld, all right? So we've got Meld here. Now, here's the thing. Meld is pretty much it's pretty much basically just a DeFi lending and borrowing platform for people who are currently unbanked or have no access to banking services at all. Now, quite frankly, there is a lot of people out there who do not have access to banking services at all. So if they are interested in a lending and borrowing protocol, they can easily use Meld. And hey, if they're interested in the Cardano ecosystem, they can use Meld, and there you go. They're set to go. Realistically, that's just pretty much how it works. So let's check and see where the price potential could go on this one. So you guys can see this one does get used quite a bit, and the market cap is a little bit higher, roughly around 14 million, as you guys can clearly see. So we will take 2 cents and we will go ahead and multiply this by 50, and we get a $1 coin. Now we take this and go ahead and multiply it by, obviously circulating supply right now is roughly around 709 million tokens. Max supply is 4 billion tokens. So as you guys can clearly see, even if the max supply was currently circulating, it's still underneath that $5 billion mark. Because realistically, 4 billion times 1, that would be a $4 billion market cap. So realistically, that would be pretty huge. This one clearly has that massive price potential that, we could potentially see in the long term. But just for fun here, we'll go ahead and multiply it. So we'll go ahead and multiply by roughly, and we'll use 800 million for this one. So 800 million, we already know what this is going to be, comes out to an $800 million market cap. So realistically, again, another solid 50x coin on Cardano's ecosystem here. All right, so, excuse me. So the last one that I've got for you guys, let's go ahead and get rid of this one. Last but not least, I have got Revudo, okay? Revudo is basically a decentralized application. If you're not familiar with it, it's basically a decentralized application that pretty much helps users, and it helps users to pretty much pay for subscriptions, simply by leveraging various crypto and DeFi services, with the overall end goal of helping users save money in the long term. All right. So realistically, it's not one of those types of, it's not one of those types of services that, is going to be in the general interest of, the general broad public. But it definitely has a use in the overall crypto space, especially in the Cardano ecosystem. All right. So as far as price potential goes on this one, let's check this out. Now, again, when I'm talking about price potential on this one, again, remember what I said. This is one of those projects where it's not one of those services or one of those features that, is going to be attractive to the broader public, but it does have, overall potential nonetheless, especially as, the whole Cardano system grows, as a whole long term. All right. So let's check this out. We've got a 0.2 cent coin right now, multiplied by 50, and again, we get $1, all right? And again, we've got the same thing here. Even if max supply was in full circulation, which is only 280 million, I love seeing coins like this, because coins with a small max supply, they can really take off in the long-term future, all right? So obviously, we go ahead and multiply this, the 50x, number, and multiply by 280 million, 125,000. Yeah, we only get, a $280 million market cap. So again, this one clearly has a ton of potential for the long-term future, all right? So overall here, you guys, I just showed you 5 very solid Cardano ecosystem coins that can do an easy 50x in future bull runs, okay? Realistically, now, here's the thing. I know for 100% fact, all right, because I know I'm going to get a lot of crap for this, all right? I know I'm going to get a lot of crap, but I know that there is a lot of other coins on Cardano's ecosystem that I could have put on this list as well, like Sunday Swap, and any of the other popular, Cardano-based projects as well. But I simply chose these 5 that I chose for this video simply based on overall long-term price potential, okay? Simply because they already have super low market caps, and they realistically, a lot of them have not seen fully fledged bull markets yet, all right? So that is my overall reason why I chose these exact 5, all right? So overall here, you guys, though, that is going to pretty much do it for this video. So I will go ahead and wrap this one up. But again, before you guys leave, go ahead and make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a new crypto and altcoin video from me on a regular basis. And hey guys, with that said, thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the comment section down below of my future videos.